A suspected serial killer in Oregon has been indicted in connection with a fourth murder.
On the record.
Calhoun.
Cover first matter is going to be page 1, line 1, last name Calhoun.
It all began with a decision, one that would have deadly consequences. In 2021, Oregon Governor Kate Brown approved the early release of 41 inmates who had worked on emergency wildfire crews. Among them was a man named Jesse Lee Calhoun, a repeat offender with a known history of violence and criminal behavior. He wasn't just any inmate. He was someone with a long rap sheet: assault, burglary, unlawful use of a weapon. But he had fought fires, and for that, he walked out of prison early. No one could have predicted what would come next. Or maybe they should have. Between February and May of 2023, 4 women vanished in the Portland metro area. Their names may not have made national headlines at the time, but in local communities, they were known, loved, and missed. Kristin Smith, 22, was reported missing in December 2022. Her body was found in February 2023 in a wooded area in southeast Portland. Charity Lynn Perry, 24, was found in a culvert near Ainsworth State Park in Multnomah County in April. Bridget Webster, 31, was discovered near a road in Polk County later that same month. And Ashley Reel, just 22, disappeared in March. Her body was found in May in a wooded area of Clackamas County. These were not accidents, and they were not coincidences. At first, each case seemed isolated. Different counties, different women, different timelines. But law enforcement across jurisdictions began to notice disturbing patterns. The women were all young, vulnerable, and had histories of hardship. Addiction, housing insecurity, or trauma. They also appeared to have frequented similar areas in Portland, particularly along the 82nd Avenue corridor, a place known for its struggling population and underground activities. Detectives began digging deeper, pooling evidence, and tracking potential suspects. One name kept resurfacing: Jesse Lee Calhoun. Calhoun wasn't a stranger to the system. His record dated back over a decade. Drug charges, assaults, illegal firearm possession. He was aggressive, volatile, and known to manipulate those around him. After his early release, he moved back into the Portland area and was quickly re-arrested for a parole violation. But the real storm hadn't hit yet. Behind the scenes, police were already surveilling him. They suspected he was tied to the disappearances, and possibly more. By mid-2023, prosecutors felt they had enough. The evidence was chilling: surveillance footage, digital forensics, and possible DNA links. The Multnomah County District Attorney finally announced charges. Calhoun was indicted for the murders of all 4 women. What made the case explode was not just the brutality of the alleged crimes, but the fact that this man should have still been behind bars. Oregon's governor had released a killer, and the families of the victims demanded answers. When the indictment became public, backlash was immediate. News outlets around the country picked up the story. Commentators questioned why someone like Calhoun had been granted clemency in the first place. Critics pointed fingers at the governor's office. Calls for policy reform swept across Oregon. Thoughtful. How could a firefighting program, meant to reward rehabilitation, end in the deaths of 4 women? It's easy for stories like these to focus solely on the accused. But let's not forget who this is truly about. Kristin Smith dreamed of going back to school. Her family said she had a laugh that filled the room. Charity Perry was smart, artistic, and fighting to reclaim her life. Bridget Webster loved animals and wanted to be a veterinary assistant. Ashley Reel had a close relationship with her mother, who never stopped looking for her after she vanished. Each woman had hopes, flaws, fears, and none of them deserved to be left in a forest, discarded like trash. Authorities still believe Calhoun may be connected to more victims. Some investigators suspect there could be other unsolved disappearances or assaults tied to his movements between 2021 and 2023. The case is ongoing, and law enforcement urges the public to come forward with any information. The Oregon Department of Justice has also launched a review into the clemency program itself. This is more than a story about one violent man. It's a story about systems. Systems that failed, policies that overlooked risk, and decisions that cost lives. It's about women who were ignored until they were gone. And it's about what happens when justice comes too late. Jesse Lee Calhoun now faces multiple murder charges, but for 4 families in Oregon, the sentence will never be enough. Their daughters are never coming home.